All right. Very good second half. And you know what? You got to give them credit as well in the first half. They did some good things. But I thought our guys really responded well in the second half. You know, we talked to them about just doing their job regardless of what the score is, regardless of what the opponent is, regardless of the exhibition, regular season, Big Ten game. And I think they responded that way, which is a great thing.
Talk about Mo's performance, obviously, Billy in foul trouble. He got a lot more minutes.
Yeah, Mo was very good. I mean, 17 and 13 in only 24 minutes. It just shows you he's playing with a lot of confidence, feels good about himself. You know, he lost all that weight. He's still got to be more aggressive, in my opinion, than what he's been, because he's really a talented player. Him and Elliott are a pretty nice kind of two-headed monster.
Are there things that Mo did tonight that he probably wouldn't have been able to do, 60 pounds ago?
Yeah, again, it's people keep saying, well, you had to lose that weight to play in your style. He couldn't play in any style at that weight. That's why he only played 6 minutes a game last year. Now, I know he was coming off an injury, but you can't play college basketball at 310, 315. You just can't do it.
It seemed like the front court in general tonight had more concerted effort on the boards and also scoring down low.
Yeah, I mean, we everybody thinks that what we do is very guard-oriented. And I love great guards, but you got to play inside out. It's extremely important to establish, throwing the ball into the post, whether it's the 4 or the 5, as much as possible. And we try to do that, and I think we've done a good job of that the first 2 games.
Do you feel like you kind of have an idea of your front court, your starting front court, at least from these 2 games, or because King Joy and then Mo played really well in these 2 games?
Yeah, I don't know who I'm going to start, but I don't really think it matters because you look at Joey didn't start and he played 26 minutes, and Otto did start and he played 15. So I think every game is going to be different. I think those guys complement each other very well. So I think it's going to be pretty back and forth all year with all those guys.
What have you liked from what Joey's given you this season?
What have I liked from who?
Joey.
I can't hear you because Billy's blasting something.
That's me.
That's
Sorry.
you? From who?
Joey King.
Joey King. I think the good thing about him, about Joey, is he's going to give us something every single game. And you look at, he has 5 rebounds. He plays so hard. He's the guy who steps up, draws, charges. He's the guy that you want on your team. He just does a little bit of everything. And he's got a little bit of nastiness to him, which you gotta have on your team.
Are you comfortable with him taking as many 3-pointers as he did?
Absolutely, as long as they're open. Otto, him, really the only guys on the team that I don't want shooting 3s are Elliott and Mo. So as long as they take good shots, to me it really doesn't matter. I know it sounds funny, but I don't really pay attention if it goes in or not. I prefer it to go in, but as long as they're taking great shots, that's all I care about.
With Mo obviously not playing a ton last year and not playing at all the year before, do you feel you're still seeing kind of a learning curve from him? Things are still, he's building to a certain level? Yeah,
I mean, because he was hurt, and then he didn't play a whole lot last year, and he's still kind of coming into his body a little bit. When you lose that much weight, he just doesn't even know his own strength sometimes. So he's going to be a type of guy who's going to get better and better down the road. And I think Elliott's the same way. I think those 2 guys are very good centers. They complement each other well. They do a little bit of different things. There's not a lot of drop-off when you sub one guy out and sub one guy in.
You kind of feel like you wore them down in the second half there? I mean,
yeah, to me, that was ideally the way that a game would go for us. Because we're going to play good opponents, and Concordia's a good team. And we just kept wearing them down. It's not always, you're not going to get a million turnovers in the first half. Hopefully conditioning comes into play. Hopefully a deep bench comes into play. And you just chip away at it. And it's going to be a game of runs. Like we saw, some bad, a lot good. So hopefully, yeah, I'd like to put up 101 points every game. It'd be great. Not sure it's realistic.
How'd the team do with loose balls tonight?
We lost 8-4 in loose balls, and I had to jump them a little bit. A lot of that came, though, towards the end of the game. They did a better job in the second half. A lot of it was long rebounds. See, because the way that we play, we're constantly scrambling. There's a lot of long shots. Now you need to come back and rebound the ball. That's a weakness. but we're going to continue to get better at it.
DeAndre really seems like he challenges up front. I mean, you talked about him being the top of your defense. He makes the opposing point guard absolutely have to earn everything he gets.
Yeah, I mean, that's the goal. I mean, is to have guards like him. You know, you looked at last year with Peyton Sieve and Russ Smith. It was a nightmare to get the ball over half court. That's the goal. And DeAndre, from day one, we said he fits the way we want to play. We don't care about rankings. We don't care about how good people say this guy is. We believe that he fit the perfect way for our style of play, and that's what we look for.
We talk about rankings. This team right now is predicted, to finish down the bottom of the Big Ten. But the way that your interior improves and is able to help replace like Bachway, Williams, and those guys, would that kind of show you what this team's capable of?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we deserve to be picked very high in the league because you look at, we lost 3 starters, very influential players in this basketball program, and we've got a lot of guys who are playing major minutes who have not earned the right to be picked high just yet. So now if you're picked low, that's fine. I mean, we were picked second to last or last in the conference last year at FIU, and we did some great things. So we don't deserve to be picked high. There's no everybody's disrespecting us. We don't look at it like that. We've got a bunch of unproven guys who have got to prove themselves, and that all starts Friday.
What's your biggest takeaway from these 2 games? You guys get ready for the season opener?
Well, I wanted to play a 40-minute game. I didn't think we did that versus Cardinal Stritch. I think we did a much better job of that this game. I thought they saw the way our style can affect a game. I think they saw that tonight. It's not always going to be that way. You have to be fundamental. It's not always going to be track meet. But I think they saw and they believe in what we're trying to do, and hopefully we continue to build off that Friday.
We'll take 2 more.
Do you see, Andre was talking about just talking to the team a little bit tonight, and I know he's talked about trying to make more of an effort of doing that this year. Do you see more of that from him, just the vocal leadership?
Yeah, I think in order to be a good team, it's got to be much more coming from them than it is from me. And if I'm talking 99% of the time, we're probably not a very good team. The more and more I see guys like Andre, Austin, Mav, speaking in huddles, understanding what we're trying to do, that's when we know that we've reached kind of, from a leadership standpoint, the way we want to be. Now that takes time, that takes a lot of confidence. That's the biggest thing. In order to be a leader, you got to have great confidence.
Anything else? Thank you.
Thank you.